Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the heart of royal matters, offering you insights and reflections on the British monarchy. Today, we gather our thoughts around a poignant anniversary, one that resonates deeply within the United Kingdom and across the Commonwealth, while simultaneously exploring a fascinating aspect of King Charles III's reign, his enduring and at times controversial commitment to environmental advocacy. Before we journey into these compelling narratives, please do us a kind favor. Take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support truly helps us bring you more in-depth royal content. 3 years ago, on this very day, the world paused as news broke of the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. It was a moment etched into global memory, marking the end of an extraordinary era of service, dedication, and unwavering duty. As we reflect on that profound loss, we also acknowledge the quiet, personal tributes that continue to honor her remarkable life. Just recently, King Charles III himself shared a truly sweet and touching tribute to commemorate the 3rd anniversary of his beloved mother's passing. Accompanying a series of evocative photos, the caption read simply, yet powerfully, "Remembering Queen Elizabeth II, 1,926 to 2,022 inches. This heartfelt message serves as a reminder of the deep, personal grief that accompanies such a monumental public transition, and of the enduring legacy of a monarch who served for 7 decades with unparalleled grace and fortitude. Queen Elizabeth II's reign was a beacon of stability and continuity, a testament to her steadfast character and her profound understanding of her constitutional role. She was a monarch who, through immense social and political change, maintained an impeccable standard of neutrality, ensuring the monarchy remained above the fray of partisan politics. This commitment to non-intervention was a cornerstone of her success, and a principle deeply ingrained in the fabric of the modern British monarchy. It is against this backdrop that we now turn our attention to King Charles III, a monarch whose journey to the throne was marked by a passionate and highly vocal engagement with issues that he felt, and still feels, are of paramount importance to the future of our planet. There has never been any doubt, not for a single moment, regarding King Charles's profound concern for climate change. This is not a recent revelation, nor a fleeting interest, but rather a lifelong dedication that has shaped his public and private life for decades. Even as Prince of Wales, he was not merely an observer, but an active participant, a leading voice in raising global awareness about the urgent need for sustainable agriculture, the vital importance of organic farming practices, and the critical preservation of biodiversity. His commitment to these causes was, and remains, absolute. He has championed these issues long before they became mainstream concerns, often speaking out when others were still hesitant to acknowledge the impending environmental crises. He visited farms, convened experts, funded research, and tirelessly advocated for a more harmonious relationship between humanity and the natural world. His initiatives often focused on practical, actionable solutions, from encouraging farmers to adopt more ecological methods to promoting the conservation of endangered species and their habitats. He saw these issues not as mere political talking points, but as existential challenges demanding immediate and decisive action. However, it was this very passion, this fervent desire to effect change, that occasionally led to actions which did not sit entirely well with certain members of the royal family, and indeed, with the established protocols of the monarchy. In his earnest attempts to influence government policy and push for greater environmental responsibility, King Charles, during his time as Prince of Wales, penned a series of letters to various government ministers. These communications, often referred to as the Black Spider memos, due to his distinctive handwriting and copious annotations, were an attempt to directly engage with, and some might say, influence the decision-makers on critical issues close to his heart. Among the recipients was Ken Clarke, the former education secretary, and many others across different departments, all receiving the prince's detailed, often impassioned, thoughts on everything from architectural design to the welfare of badgers, but predominantly focusing on environmental concerns. These letters, though driven by a genuine desire for positive change, became a point of contention within the palace and beyond. According to a former royal aide whose insights are captured in Valentine Lowe's illuminating book, Power and the Palace, there was a palpable sense of unease. This aide revealed that they would sometimes get exercised about the prince getting a bit ahead of the skis, becoming a bit more engaged in some of these sensitive issues than the queen thought was necessarily wise. This idiom, getting ahead of the skis, perfectly encapsulates the concern. It implies moving too fast, taking risks, or acting without sufficient caution, especially in a role where discretion and deference to constitutional norms are paramount. The Queen, with her unparalleled experience and deep understanding of the delicate balance between the crown and government, held a cautious view. She understood the immense symbolic power of the monarchy and the potential for even well-intentioned interventions to be perceived as political interference, thereby undermining the crown's essential neutrality. The revelations from Lowe's book further underscore the internal royal sentiment. It wasn't just the Queen who harbored reservations. Other members of the royal family, the book discloses, including Princess Anne and Prince Andrew, thought that his enthusiasm for such issues bordered on the naive. This observation suggests a perception that, while his intentions were noble, his approach might have lacked the political astuteness or the pragmatic understanding required for such sensitive engagement. To label his enthusiasm as naive implies a belief that he perhaps underestimated the complexities of government policy-making, or indeed the potential for his interventions to be misinterpreted or even exploited. Such internal criticism, coming from close family members who themselves serve the crown, highlights the deep-seated traditions of royal conduct and the differing perspectives on how a senior royal should navigate the public sphere. Perhaps the most direct and telling insight into the late Queen's view on Charles's habit of writing to ministers comes from a palace source who succinctly summarized her position with an unambiguous directive: just don't do it. This simple yet incredibly powerful statement from a monarch renowned for her measured words speaks volumes. It wasn't a suggestion or a gentle hint. It was a clear, unequivocal instruction born of decades of wisdom and an acute awareness of the constitutional boundaries that define the sovereign's role. For Queen Elizabeth II, the principle of the monarch remaining apolitical was not merely a guideline, but an absolute imperative, essential for the long-term stability and respect of the institution she embodied. Her directness underscored the seriousness with which she viewed these interventions, recognizing the potential for them to create constitutional difficulties or to draw the monarchy into political debates, a position from which it is notoriously difficult to retreat. This historical context is crucial for understanding the king we have today. Charles became monarch following the Queen's death, which, as we mentioned, occurred on this very day 3 years ago. His ascension marked not only a personal transition, but also a constitutional shift, as the Prince of Wales, a figure with more latitude for advocacy, transformed into the sovereign, a role traditionally defined by its impartiality. The question that many observers pondered was how King Charles III would balance his deeply held personal convictions with the constitutional requirements of his new role. While he has, by all accounts, embraced the more traditional, neutral stance expected of a sovereign, the legacy of his decades of passionate advocacy remains a defining characteristic of his public persona. He continues to champion environmental causes, but now through the more subtle diplomatic channels appropriate for a head of state, using his platform to convene, inspire, and encourage, rather than to directly lobby. The king's tribute to his mother, shared on this significant anniversary, reminds us of the profound personal journey he has undertaken. It speaks to the continuity of the monarchy, the passing of the torch from one dedicated sovereign to another. It underscores the weight of history and the enduring bonds of family that underpin the institution. As he remembers Queen Elizabeth II, 1926 to 2022, he also steps further into his own reign, navigating the complexities of modern monarchy with his own unique blend of tradition and progressive thought. This event, the poignant remembrance of a beloved queen alongside the contemplation of her son's path to the throne, and his impactful history of advocacy, certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the evolution of the British monarchy. It highlights the delicate balance between personal conviction and constitutional duty, and the challenges faced by a sovereign in a rapidly changing world. The enduring commitment of King Charles to environmental issues, even when it sometimes caused ripples within the palace, speaks to his unwavering character and his genuine desire to leave the world a better place. Yet his mother's wisdom, encapsulated in that simple phrase, "just don't do it," serves as a powerful reminder of the unique constraints and responsibilities that come with wearing the crown. What are your thoughts on this fascinating dynamic? Do you believe King Charles's past activism was beneficial, or did it risk overstepping royal boundaries? How do you see him balancing his passions with his role as monarch today? Please share your opinions and insights in the comments section below. Your perspectives truly enrich our discussions. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more royal updates, and join us next time as we continue to explore the captivating world of the British royal family. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.